Well, this country is not short of graduates or people with a lot of theory in education, but few are skilled in what is needed in the marketplace. That's why an argument for vocational training has been put across. This entrepreneur has taken it beyond the argument and is actually pursuing a career in offering vocational skills.
Technical, vocational education training and entrepreneurship education have always been used as a vehicle towards economic and social transformation within many nations. The day-to-day duties require one to be equipped with a real skill to enable the springing up of job creation and small-scale entrepreneurship, as established workshops like carpentry, plumbing, auto mechanics, welding, fabrication, building, and construction, among others. Matthias Kasumba saw value in vocational skilling and is now a director of Lukuli Vocational Institute, and this is what he does.
We train a person or a student in such a way that this person, in a few months, somebody is able to do something.
When it comes to skilling, this is the uniqueness.
We are focusing on two main kind of courses. We have welding and carpentry. A student is always equipped in both machine operation and also bench work, so that this person, if we go somewhere in the factory, is able to either be employed as a machine operator or as a joiner.
Through youth empowerment, to Matthias, this is a success.
We normally move out with these students and they become conversant with what is done at the site. For example, fixing doors, ceiling, chain units, door frames, and so on. Most of those kind of jobs are done by people, joiners and carpenters. So students are also trained in site work. Even they have started their own workshops, small workshops in various localities around, and those maybe even far because they come from various areas.
In business, partnerships are vital.
We have a very good relationship with the Ministry of Gender because we are given two machines which we are really using, and they have added the length machine and a spindle molder.
Hands-on training offered in this institute is bridging the employment gap in Uganda.
We normally give them what to do and we pay them. So by so doing, they get what they can be sustained with. So I think we are doing well.
This is his counsel to the public.
When it comes to carpenter and the welding, unless if somebody doesn't want to work, every time people are building, most of the things that are used on site and in construction, automatically there must be a carpenter and a welder and a builder.
Here's what his future for this business entails.
That's why even in the near future we are going to introduce the building section, so that those who wish to do what, to go for construction, building construction, they can do it. They can also get a chance. Also, what we are going to introduce in the near future, because we have already got the equipment in the tailoring and designing. Those ones we have already got the equipment, but we are still looking for space so that also we can attract a bigger number of girls to come.
It is not you alone that can benefit from the talent or career that you have, but the same can be used to build a better economy of Uganda through community and vocational trainings.
In Make Money this week, we're still talking about what steps you can take to weather the storm and withstand the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic.
First of all, you need to go into the business and assess what impact this or what hole this crisis has created within your business. Now we're looking at your finances, we are looking at your staff, we are looking at disruption to supply chains and so on. So assess the damage, sit down and say, this is what I've lost, this is what is realistic, this is how I can be able to fill this gap realistically. And what you cannot address, you don't have to force yourself to address, because it is a global problem and it's not about to go away. But you might need an expert somewhere, for instance, as you're trying to look at the finances. But overall, as an entrepreneur, you should be able to sit with your team and assess what damage this will have or this has had on your business. That should give you a good basis to come up with solutions. But I need to emphasize the issue of damage assessment is very critical. Many people are rushing to find solutions without knowing what the problem is. There are people who say, oh, because government has put in place a stimulus package, we should rush and get money. No. Money may not be your problem. It could be that your business is not going to be viable. If you borrow money, it's just going to go into a deep pit. Now, once you've rightly assessed the damage, try to consultatively work on solutions. Now, if it's a financing problem, it could either be because you don't have sufficient number of clients who are demanding for your product. And this is the problem that many businesses are going to face. People do not want to part with their money except when it is absolutely necessary. So what must you do to ensure that you make people part with their money and to give that money to you? Because they could part with it and give it to your competitor. So this is the strategy that you must come up with. How are we going to market what we do? How are we going to turn our leads into actual customers and revenue? The second problem would be operation. Your supply chains have been disrupted. You've been importing certain things from China, from Taiwan, from Singapore. You can no longer do that. How do you look for replacements within your existing cost structure? Then you could also have a human resource challenge. You have to pay 100 people, but you don't have customers. What do? Do you lay them off? Do you send them on unpaid leave? What do you exactly do? See? Then there's the issue of the fixed costs that you have to pay as a business. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay your staff. You have to pay your electricity. You have to pay your water. So these are issues that need to be assessed. And my sense is that you need to come up with what we call a business recovery plan. You've known the problem, you must find a solution to that problem. And the solution cannot be one. Some people think the solution is only money. The solution is only letting some stuff go. You can let stuff go, but when the problem is structured within the business, and COVID is simply an excuse.
Well, good business is supported by good technology. It's a tool that actually enables or disables the performance of a business. We're still sharing with you some of the latest technologies that can help in business.
One of the unforeseen outcomes of the COVID-19 pandemic is the spike in online-based activities. During this season, many people have resorted to working from home away from their offices. But while it looks interesting, it has increased our vulnerability to hackers and other cyber vices. Experts tell us that increase in the percentage of the population connected to the internet and the time spent online, combined with a sense of confinement, anxiety, and fear generated from the lockdown, have provided more opportunities for cyber criminals to take advantage of the situation and make more money or create disruption. One of the common cybercrime techniques in this period is phishing, where fraudulent practice of inducing individuals to reveal personal information, such as passwords and credit card numbers, through fake websites or emails. According to a Google report of January 2020, the company registered 149,000 active phishing websites. In February, that number nearly doubled to 293,000. In March, though, that number had increased to 522,000, a 350% increase since January. A sharp surge of fake and inappropriate drugs and medical equipment sold at a very high price to allegedly cure the coronavirus was recorded on an increasing number of websites well designed by criminals. Another common scam taking place on the web in this time of lockdown are promises of fake investment opportunities. So how can you protect yourself against the vice? Network security. Practice securing your computer network from intruders, whether targeted attackers or opportunistic malware. Application security. Focus on keeping software and devices free from threats. A compromised application could provide access to the data it's designed to protect. Successful security begins in the design stage, well before a program or device is deployed. Information security. Protect the integrity and privacy of data, both in storage and in transit. Operational security. Include the processes and decisions for handling and protecting data assets. The permissions users have when accessing a network and other procedures that determine how and where data may be stored or shared all fall under this umbrella.
It's been good to have you on the show, Money and Markets. I've been your host, Charles Boji. I'd like to wish you a very good evening. From me and Tim, we'd like to again encourage you to engage us on the platforms that are shared on your screen. Please stay tuned, keep in touch, let's weather this storm together. Until next time, once again, have a good evening. Bye-bye.